Hey everybody, it's Mia with TMBH, and today is March 2nd. We're gonna go over kind of some exercise stuff, and that's because this video, this live video, is gonna go with our daily video, which is Body with Barrington. It's gonna be our first Body with Barrington video. So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit kind of before and tell you guys why exercise is important, particularly why it's important in sobriety, right? So I have notes down here on paper this time. They're always in different places. This time it's in my notebook. So here are a few different things. It says that it can help with you feeling stronger, improving your health. Obviously, we know that exercise improves health, and increase confidence in staying sober, right? So those are some things that exercise can help with when it comes to sobriety. So one of the reasons that it can help with maintaining sobriety, like the first thing is that your mind and body, like obviously, like I don't think a lot of people understand, but you will, just because you get out of rehab doesn't mean like you're not craving drugs anymore, right? And like especially if you find yourself in like situations that are like highly stressful, then you might even feel those cravings even more. Now, when you get high, your body releases like a lot of endorphins, right? And so what exercise does is it releases endorphins as well. Now, I'm not going to say that exercising gets you high, because it doesn't, and it does not release enough endorphins to feel the same way you would feel like when you get high. But, you know, once you've worked through, like, once you go through detox and stuff and you get through, like, a majority of that withdrawal, your cravings are, they're definitely less than they probably were when, let's say, before you went through, like, the detox process. So, like, it's not necessarily that you're like going to get high off exercising, but what happens is it just helps reduce it even a little. And honestly, just that little bit for a lot of people is super helpful, because I mean, you don't want to sit there like, I mean, a 5 is better than a 10. So say your cravings are at a 10, like it's better that your cravings are at a 5 than they are a 10. Maybe it's not a 0, but it's not a 10, right? So that's one way that it can help. So the other thing is that exercising fills up your time. And we've spoken about this one before too. When you have a lot of time on your hands, like you can end up feeling super bored, and then the next thing you know, like you're just kind of like in your head. And I think for a lot of people that can be like the most like dangerous time for them, like especially like in recovery, when you start getting in your head and in your feelings, and all of a sudden you think about stuff that stresses you out, or then all of a sudden the cravings kick in, or like whatever. So like it's just when you're bored, like there's too many things that can happen in boredom, right? And so if you exercise, you're kind of filling your time with something that's a bit more beneficial to you, and it's not gonna leave you just sitting there and like honestly just kind of increasing your chances for relapse, right? So that's a good thing. The other thing that I'm going to talk about is sleep quality, because I think sleep is so important, and it is, because sleep helps you reduce stress, and that's so important, especially in recovery, because one of the biggest reasons for relapse is that people feel stressed out and they can't cope with it, and then they're like, okay, I need insert whatever you were addicted to that helped you cope with stress, right? So like if you start like I'm saying, like I said with the with it not like completely erasing your cravings or whatever, it's the same thing. Like there's not going to be any one thing. Drugs are a pretty powerful thing. There's not going to be any one thing that replaces substances, right? You're just going to learn how to do all these like little things in life that make it a lot easier for you to move through day to day and like not have to rely on substances. So that also includes getting better sleep and reducing stress. Like it doesn't mean you're going to have zero stress, but it's going to help you be able to like manage your stress. And the last thing, and I think it's like another really important thing, is that it's a good outlet for your emotions. Like for me, if I'm like really angry or if I'm like sad, running does help. Like I suck at running, right? Like I run horribly and I can barely like run down like one block to the other, but it does make me feel better. And okay, so this is gonna be like horribly embarrassing to admit, but like if you're running alone and you're sad, like you can cry and run and people aren't gonna see you because you're running. So like that's really horrible. But like, yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like running does help. You can plug in an audio book, you can listen to some super angry music and no one's gonna hear you. So like, I mean, yeah. it's a really good outlet for your emotions and your feelings, whatever you're feeling. You might be happy and like running is good for you, like Forrest Gump ran when he was happy. So like, yeah, I mean, but it's just, I think having an outlet for your emotions, especially like after rehab and like when you're in recovery, is like super important, just because a lot of the reasons that a lot of people end up with like a drug problem is because they don't know how to like properly communicate or express their emotions. Like they have a hard time dealing with emotions. So just like having another way, like you can't just use exercise as your only way, but using exercise as one of the ways to help you like cope with your emotions is like a really beneficial thing. So yeah, check out our video today that goes with this video called Body with Barrington. He's gonna give you some like exercise fitness tips and like advice and whatnot. And you should pay attention to it because like I said, exercise has a lot of benefits and you can benefit from it. So do it. And I will see you back here tomorrow on March 3rd when we do another video. Oh, no, I'm not going to see you guys here tomorrow, actually, because tomorrow's Friday. So I won't see you on Saturday. Never mind, guys. I'm going to see you guys on Monday at 1 o'clock for Mindful Monday on the social media platforms that we're normally on. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook.